live on Cube Road.
Oh, great street.
It is a great street. A short one, but a great one.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a question about collaboration.
Sure.
There are limits to what city government can do by itself. Cleveland Heights has a wonderful history of community groups, identifying problems and initiating projects to address them. Would you please talk about your views of collaboration and any additional ways you would like to see the city work with all segments of our community, from individuals to neighborhood groups, nonprofits, and businesses, to strengthen our city?
Sure. We work with almost every nonprofit group in the city through block grant funding and through what we do with the various nonprofits. We have the best group of nonprofits here in Cleveland Heights or any other community, whether it be Reaching Heights, Future Heights, Home Repair Resource Center. I know I'm going to miss a few. They do great work. We also have a more what I call a regional approach, which for suburbs where we're involved with 17 other cities to try to do common things together. We're one of the first cities to have a joint dispatch between the fire departments, Cleveland Heights, Shaker Heights, and University Heights. I think we need to do more of that on a regional basis. I see no reason why Shaker Heights, Cleveland Heights, and University should not merge their fire departments and have one fire chief, one assistant chief for everybody. I think we also need to look at recreation, the way we deliver recreation in our city. If you put a few cities together and you include South Euclid and Linders, just for the sake of argument, do we really need all these outdoor pools? We can probably better use our resources a little bit better. And I'm going to throw one out there that probably no one will say. I think we need to look at the way we deliver our public works service in our communities. You know, we pick up trash ourselves. South Euclid, I believe, picks up trash through a private contractor. University picks up trash in your backyard. There's ways to do these things a little bit better. There's ways to do these things, including snow plowing and leaf pickup. You know, all of a sudden we stop on Mayfield Road, or we stop on Cedar Road, or we stop here. Why can't we keep on going and do things together? And we've had some successes. We have a dog park with South Euclid and Linders. I mentioned the joint dispatch. The salt facility on Noble Road is now used by University Heights. That was a 3 or 4 month fight that I was right in the middle of for months and days, and I got a lot of this gray hair from trying to deal with another city. But we need more of a regional approach, and we need to support the arts in our community. We can never forget the role that arts play in the Cleveland Heights community, and we need to expand arts to our children, to our younger children. I'm very fortunate. I have 5 lovely children. My one son, Sean, is in Heights Youth Theater, and I see so much of the value, so much of the improvement in him just by being in there and being around people. But that's almost a 60-year asset in our community, and we need to relish these assets, to be proud of them. Obama's going to open up across the street in another month or so. We really need help. City Council just gave them a $50,000 loan to help them open up and get in ready for business. I'm proud to do that, and I'm proud to support our nonprofits. Plus, my master's degree is in nonprofit management from Case Western Reserve, so I'm very partial to nonprofits.
Me. I was going to miss my cue. Russell Baruch, 20-year resident, Lamberton Road is my street. And the subject is social and community inclusion. Question, we're a community that is proud of its diversity and our tradition of inclusion. How do you see these issues and where can we improve?
Well, I always call us the most diverse city in the United States, and I'm very proud of that. By diversity, I mean everything. We have everything going here. We just passed some legislation the other night dealing with sexual orientation, but we need to continue to pass laws and ordinances that support and promote our diversity and reach into our diversity. We need to continue supporting the arts, the GLBT community, religious diversity, economic and social diversity. We never must forget our roots. We have homes in Cleveland Heights that go from 50,000 to 1.2 million. That's a big change. And whether it's Fairmont Boulevard or Noble Road or wherever these homes are, we need to really embrace these things and really work together. But then I said, I think it's time to look at that visioning plan and see where we're at on some of the things that came up back in 2000 under that. But we must never forget our diversity in Cleveland Heights. But with diversity comes a lot of challenges, and we do have a lot of challenges. But we are problem solvers in Cleveland Heights. We meet our problems head on. And I'm very fortunate that we have a lot of people in our community that have expertise in these areas that we can work with and deal with for positive, strong, positive results.
Now it's to me, Robin Coslin, Wood Road. Once upon a time, I lived on Yellowstone because I am the longest resident here because I'm older than you.
How long?
What's that?
How many years?
I'm 56 and I had this 7-year absence, so I got it. Environmental sustainability is a critical need and a 21st century priority. Increasingly, green initiatives are not only fundamental, but promise to create excitement and generate economic development for individuals and communities. What role should city government have in fostering environmental sustainability and eco-friendly lifestyles? I read it right the whole time.
Good job.
I'm sorry.
That was a lot.
It's the first time.
First off, I mentioned this, we're doing a green print update for the city with the county planning commission with Elaine Price, and that'll roll out even a little bit further. My guess is by between now and the end of the year. There's just a lot of events in September and October, and I want to have a public meeting to let people know to look at the plan and view the plan. You know, the idea of being a green city is, like I said before, it's not a hard thing to do. If anywhere it could happen here in Cleveland Heights. We see it on our parking garage, we see it in Dr. Caius' house, we'll see it at the RTA, we see what people do. But again, I think we need the financial incentives, starting at the federal government, the state government, and the local government, whether it's tax credit or tax breaks, to make these happen. And it's not that hard to do. I think not to copy on Cleveland, but to do it maybe a little different. I think we need to have a sustainability conference next year at some point in time to really reach out into Cleveland Heights, get people involved, get people that have the experience, let people know that if you put your roof on and you do it this way, it's more green, it's more effective, it's more environmentally friendly. It's also probably gonna last 10 more years than the regular roof you're gonna put on there. So we need to educate our folks, young and old, different races, on how to do this stuff, and we need to be a leader in it because this is gonna be a booming industry. We also need, you know, I've said this before, I think we also should consider looking to windmills at somewhere in the city, generate some power for us. And that could be a park, that could be large vacant property somewhere, and try to do things like that and be a leader in it. I drive every day downtown, I drive by Brown Stadium, I see the windmill going round and round and round. And I know Bill Mason has a committee that he's working with on it. They've been working for 3 years. I don't know what they do or what they're gonna do. So we need to take it over here in Cleveland Heights and do it here in Cleveland Heights and start being a role model for the rest of the country. And I think once we do it, whether it's street by street, you live on Q, I live on Q, if you were to do something, you know, I might come over and look at it or whatever, look at your heating elements that you've changed around, and we can do it. And I think Obama's administration is very recognizable of this as a way to the future. We need to be less dependent on gas and more dependent on walking and bikeability and things of that nature. And as I said before, I'm proud to be working with NOACA to make some of these things happen in the next few months or years. Great question, though.
I didn't really write it.
Oh.
But I did read it.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank
Thanks,
you
Ed.
so much for your time.